What's your process when you're composing for your film versus like you're just producing for yourself?
So the way it works, the way I like to work, one of my good friends, I did the score for her film, her recent film called 30. Amazing film, it's being ran through film festivals right now. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's had two film festivals so far, but great film. The way we worked on that was she sent me the script like early on, and I was reading the script like every day just to kind of get a feel for how the scene is going to be. And in my head, I would just read the script and make the track based on what she wrote. And I would have like my own interpretation on how the scene would be, even though it hasn't been filmed yet.
Mm.
Either do that and then probably scrap out like the other ideas and just find what works. But the best way to work for me is if I get like the raw footage first, and
Okay.
I just kind of make music from the raw footage, and just kind of just take it from there.
Now, since it hadn't been filmed yet and you only had the script to go off of, was it more challenging like that?
It was, but I liked it.
That's true. It makes you like rise to the occasion.
Exactly. Now, they didn't use all the songs, because, some songs just didn't match and it's cool,
Hmm.
but some songs matched perfectly.
Hmm.
There was the thing where they did send me raw footage anyways. It was like, hey, we need something for this scene or whatnot. And I was like, okay, bet. And I would look at the raw footage, I would study it and see what kind of mood the scene would need. And I would implement that into the film and just take it from there. The movie is basically about a girl who turned 30, and throughout her 20s she was busy, she was productive, going through school, finding her career, and she wasn't really focused on dating. And so she turned 30, she was like, okay, I'm getting older, I'm in my 30s now, so I want to find love. I think it's time to find somebody to settle down with. Now that I got my stuff together, I got a new apartment, my job is good, I got my degrees, yada, yada, yada. Love is next on my agenda. So she wanted to try the dating world. And when it, when it first started off, it was like a montage of her going on just terrible dates.
Mm.
Not everything is, what she imagined to be. And so until she bumps into an old friend, somebody that she goes way back with. And he was just like, yo, I haven't seen you in a while, blah, 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 blah. Let's catch up. And I don't want to spoil the film, but, they kind of just, get together and they
Hmm.
bond and they take it from there. But the rest is history. The rest you got to watch the film for.
How did the opportunity come about to score the film?
So, my cousin Bink, her and Tiffany, they've been great friends for a while. So she introduced me to Tiffany, and I remember she was just like, "Hey, I always heard that you wanted to make music for film. I have a friend, yada yada yada. Exchange information." And so we did, and she's like, "Hey, I'm actually looking for someone to compose music for this film." And she was like, would you like to hop on board? I'm like, yeah, of course. And me, it's my first time doing it, and I was nervous, but I'm like, hey, let's do this. So and I'm glad I took it on because it was just such a great experience, just getting that done.
You were in two music videos recently. Tell me a little bit more about your
Yeah.
experience.
So the first music video was kind of, I think it was like a few years ago actually. One of my good friends from high school, he goes by Skooch, an incredible YouTuber. We did music in high school too. I'll just come over. He had Fruity Loops. We'll make like some random beats here and there.
Hmm.
But that was like a little habit of ours. And so he hits me up one night. He's like, "Bro, I bought this beat. Let's make a song. Let's release it." I'm just like, "For sure, bet. I'm over there." So I went over there, we grabbed some beer and we chilled, and he showed me the beat that he bought, and we just vibed to it and was just writing. And he's like, okay, I want you to sing the hook to this beat. And I'm like, for sure. So we were playing it over and over again. And the way we work, I hum the melody, he
Hmm.
writes the lyrics. And so
Okay.
that was our whole goal for the night. He was like, look, we got to get a hook by the end of the night. I was like, for sure, we can do it.
drank some more beer. And we're just sitting there. And so I told him, I was like, oh, I think I got something. I was like, what do you think of this? And so I hummed him a melody. Oh, you know, something like dun, 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 and he was just like, I like that.
Yeah.
So he was like, you mind if I record that? I was like, yeah, for sure. Record me humming this the melody. He's right into it, and he's like, bro, I got something. And he repeats back the hook, and he's like, could you sing that? Sang it, recorded it, boom, we got a hook. And so about a week later, you know, he's done writing the song. He's like, okay, look, I want to release the song, but I want to do a music video to it. And he's like, one of my other friends, it's a YouTuber, he goes by Magic Card. He wants to record our music video. I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. And so that same week, that's what we did. We recorded the whole day, like had a bunch of fun with it. And the song is called Made, by the way. Ooh. So it's about like you having it made, you know, having it made in the shade, you know, you're living your best life. But the twist of the music video is, you know, we're singing about having it made, but we're actually in reality, we're like working these odd jobs, we're struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, and having it made is more like a dream, you know?
Yeah.
And so we just had a lot of fun with it. Exactly. The second music video I was in was kind of recent. It was last year by an amazing artist and a good friend of mine, Rufus Blaq, featuring Bink, my cousin. And so two just amazing artists, by the way. And I got to sit in the studio and kind of see the song come together. The song is called Jesus, right? Simply titled Jesus. And, you know, it all is a beautiful song, wonderful message. And Rufus hits me up one night, like around 12 midnight, calls me. He's all like, hey man, we're gonna do this music video and I want you to be in it. I'm like, yeah, bet. And he's like, not only that I want you to be in the music video, I want you to be the main character. And I'm like, what? And so I'm like, I'm not an actor, but you know, we'll see. But it turned out really well. And pretty much the gist of the music video is the main character was basically a knucklehead getting into trouble, got caught up by the police, went to jail, and skips later, he gets out of jail. And he wants to just turn his life around and, you know, just kind of like leave all his old habits behind him and just make something good for himself. And gets out of prison or jail, and he's walking the streets of LA, just looking at life totally different, you know, and he wants to turn his life around to God and walk more of a righteous path, you know, do more good in his life. And as he's, you know, walking the streets, he's just doing good deeds. Like he sees a woman that drops her wallet, and the old him would have picked that wallet up, took that money, and went on with his business, you know. But he decides to like catch up to the lady, give her the wallet back, and, you know, just takes it from there. She gives him a hug, you know. It's a good moment, and he's just kind of just leaving the past behind him. He sees his old homeboys from the street. They pull up on him. They're like, hey, you know, what we doing tonight? You know, he's like, nah, I'm good. You know, I'm not about that anymore. I'm trying to do something new, do something different. And on his journey, he finds a church, and he decides to just go in, and there's like a sermon going on, and the sermon is just for him. You know, he kind of walks through the congregation, and he gets saved that day and just turns his life to God. And it's just a really, really cool video, super dope message. And I'm honored to play the main character of that video. It's just really, really, really fun to film too.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, big shout out to Rufus Blaq, you know, big shout out to Bink. Like we had so much fun doing that.
Artist collaborations, do you have anyone in mind you plan on working with?
Yeah, so I'm actually working with quite a few people right now. So Bink and Priest from Four Corners, and Hot Rod the King, Rameo, Chuck One from Next Level Productions, all amazing artists, all super talented singers, songwriters, producers, amazing people. And it just so happened to be my family as well. They're all my cousins.
Yes.
Yeah, and so there's also Rufus Blaq, DJ Battlecat, great, amazing artist, DJ Battlecat. Of course, you know who that is, right?
Yes.
And Rufus Blaq, amazing singer, songwriter, rapper, super producer. You know, so stay tuned. Got a lot of cool stuff coming out.
Yeah.
And last but not least, big shout out to Project Catalyst, of course.
Hey, thank you. I'm just
hoping.
Look, I'm just trying to make some good music. Do you think your next project, since Nightlight was like 3 tracks, right? Yeah. Are we hopefully gonna have more tracks for the next project? Like, will it be a full-length album or just like another EP?
It's gonna be another EP, but longer than 3 tracks, I promise.
Okay. Yeah. Left the people hanging.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, it was like a tester to see, you know, y'all
if people were gonna vibe.
Yeah, y'all
put it all out there. I know you had more.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And then you kind of talked about maybe revisiting some of your old tracks when you were formerly Stretchman. So do you think some of those will end up on the new project?
They might. I mean, hey, you giving me ideas already, so they might. That's actually not a bad idea. So yeah, I was actually gonna just re-release some of my old tracks and just do a project within itself. And some vocals or collaborate with some artists on those tracks. It's just right now it's just all open. So
yeah. And then of course, since you were in that music video with Skooch, maybe you'll sing some more hooks as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And then you did mention that your dad pretty much played the drums. So your mom also is a vocalist. Have they made music together?
They have. They used to, back in the day, they used to play in church groups. My mom used to sing jingles back in the day too. They made a lot of music together actually.
I feel like they really supported your decision to be a musician. For sure. Okay, that's good.
It was easy for them to have like a kid who was into music because my whole family, you know, we're all musicians, you know, or do something music related. And it was just easy for them. They were like, okay, it's just another one, then come join the party.
Yeah, nice. So we're talking like family jam sessions often?
Yeah, often, like going to cookouts and cookouts turning into musicals, like
nice.
Out of nowhere. Like,
people, I gotta get invited. I gotta see it.
For sure. It's like we just break out a song, we sing, and you know, it's pretty dope.
Nice. That's all I have for you today, for sure. Now, so we've done it.
For sure.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, and you guys definitely check out Tay Baily, Nightlight. It's streaming on all platforms. If you're not subscribed to any, it's even streaming here on YouTube.
Hey.
Links will be down below. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you watching this long.
Yeah, thank you so much.